Hey, it's your boy Surge Dragon. Welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. Back from hiatus. This time we're recapping all of NXT that we did not cover. Let's go ahead and just wrap it through because we're going to be introducing my boys, Mike Henry.
If you're ready for a long-awaited hiatus episode, give me a hell.
Hell yeah.
I said if you want to see another Heavens Monsters podcast, the long-awaited return, give me a hell.
Hell yeah. Andre Mitchell.
Yo.
And Chris Petrie.
Too sweet.
Too sweet. So with that said, let's go ahead and first thing we gotta mention is the fact that make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for this video for more. Now, onto the subject of NXT. Damn, NXT has been doing good. But the ratings would say otherwise when competing with AEW. AEW has been kicking...
Wednesday Night Wars.
Yep. Kicking their butts in the ratings. But for those who stay true to the wrestling business, they'll watch both shows. In which case, with NXT, the one running the show, even though he was injured with a broken jaw in two places, is the Prince Finn Balor. What are your thoughts on Finn Balor and all that has happened? Chris, you go first.
Finn Balor is the fighting champion. He will remain the fighting champion. And he will never slap the titles.
You, Mikey?
Finn Balor is one SOB. Despite the injury struggle he had when he won the first ever inaugural Universal Champion, Prince has returned to NXT and he is one tough SOB.
Andre, what are your thoughts on Finn Balor?
That's like one crazy dude. I like seeing him in the ring and kicking some butt.
Finn Balor actually got the, if I'm not mistaken, the trophy for number one superstar? Or was that Adam Cole for 2020?
I don't remember. I've watched NXT, but I don't remember.
To be honest, he looked like a ring bell.
Mm-hmm. He said he did not need that bell. He did not need that trophy because he had the title, and that's all he needed. Oh, that's what it was. Adam Cole was the one who got the most best superstar of the year. The one he got that trophy was best match of the year with Kyle O'Reilly. So both him and Kyle O'Reilly got their trophy, and he went and handed that trophy straight to Kyle O'Reilly, knowing that he didn't beat just Kyle O'Reilly once, he beat him twice. And he did. That was crazy. Now, after all that is said and done, and I gotta say this, that bullseye in his back has never been bigger. Because everybody's gunning for that title. And we'll get to each of those individuals in just a bit. Piece by piece. So the next person we gotta talk about, and this may be ahead of us, but we gotta mention just how big of a name he is. Former NXT champion, Karrion Kross, has made his return to NXT. Your thoughts, Mikey?
Oh boy. Karrion Kross, Girly Scarlet are back.
You know what they remind me of? They remind me of that old R-rated animated film called Heavy Metal. Their entrance and their gimmick just keep flashing me back to those kind of graphics and music. You know that? Damn. What about you, Chris? How do you feel knowing that Karrion Kross and Scarlett are back?
Well, we all know Karrion Kross won. He wants to regain the title he never lost.
Right now, his eyes are not on the prize as far as that's concerned. because he's got business with another individual who has been running roughshod after roughshod, winning fairly or cheating, and that is the cruiserweight champion, and I already forgot his name, Santos Escobar. Never mind, just remembered it. So right now, his attention as well as Scarlett's is on him, already announcing that they're going to have a match with him. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. What do you think about that, Andre?
It's all right, I guess, so far.
Anything else to add on that, Mikey?
Like I said, Karrion Kross looking forward to reclaim the title that he never lost.
And you, Chris? How do you feel about knowing that his eyes are right now on a cruiserweight champion, not the title belt, for mouthing off? How do you feel about that?
I feel that Karrion Kross going to destroy Santos Escobar for having his guy try to attack him. It didn't work.
It did not. On to the subject of Santos. We gotta go. It sounds like a Mentos, a Santos Escobar. But with him, Escobar is definitely somebody with his team running roughshod on not one brand, but two. He also represents the cruiserweight division. Therefore, he does go to 205 Live and he runs the show. Him and his boys have been on an undefeated streak for quite some time. With Karrion Kross in his sights, it's one the question, will he actually lose this match? I think so. Also, we got to mention this. Due to the fact that after he lost the title, Keith Lee went to Monday Night Raw. So around that time, we were not mentioning this, right? Okay. Next thing on the list. How about you, Chris? How about you talk about all the things that the Undisputed Era has done during our time of hiatus?
The Undisputed Era was, well, still, they were trying to go against the Gristle young veteran. And, well, and the Undisputed have lost against the Gristle young veteran. I don't know, they cheated or they won.
And you, Mikey? What do you got to say?
They're still undisputed. They're doing everything they can to reclaim 4 titles. 4.
How's your thoughts on the Undisputed Era, Andre?
They were good so far, I guess.
All right. So this is the part I was waiting for somebody to mention, so I'll mention it. I'm having a hard time remembering this game. What was his name? That guy mouthing off on his podcast and punt kicked Adam Cole?
Oh, Pat McAfee.
There you go. Start mentioning him, Mikey. Start mentioning him.
Well, we have not seen him since, was it TakeOver last year?
4 games.
War Games. There's been rumors that he maybe down with Nancy. I don't know. I'm going on with Pat McAfee, but oh my God, when's the last time we saw Pat McAfee?
With Pat McAfee, he brought in 3 individuals to fight against the Undisputed Era.
Oh my God, Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight.
and the newly crowned tag team champions at the expense of Fandango's team would be Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Oh my God, those two.
Due to the fact that they went to war at War Games with those individuals, sadly to say, if I remember correctly, who won that match? That War Games. You remember, Chris?
Undisputed.
There you go. For a second there, I thought they lost, but now I'm like, wait, did they lose? Because I know the women lost. We'll get to that in just a bit. So with that said, Undisputed definitely put them away and definitely put Pat McAfee away, shut his mouth for a good while. We have no idea when he would make his return. Until then, Pete Dunne, on the other hand, has definitely put his eyes on the prize, and that is the NXT World Championship. So, with that said, he's still having to deal alongside Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, the tag team champions of NXT, against the Undisputed Era. Especially during the return of the Dusty Rhodes Classic tournament. So, we'll have to wait and see how that ends, because I haven't seen that end yet. Your thoughts on that, Mikey?
Ooh. The Undisputed Era is still undisputed.
You, Chris?
Undisputed Era is on the road.
You, Andre?
All right.
How's the Undisputed Era doing?
They're doing all right so far.
All right. Next thing we got to mention is this interesting development between these two individuals, and that is Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. Who wants to take this first?
Oh my God! I mean, first up, these two men, they didn't like each other, and now they've gone for what? Bitter enemies. Like I always say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Whoop! Technical difficulty. Get it back, Mikey. Get it back. You good?
Hold on.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I'm back.
I got all that on camera. It's okay. I've been doing that with this phone, trying to have it right here. I'm hoping it doesn't do the same. Because it's showing you guys perfect.
I'm back.
Yep. How about you, Chris? What are your thoughts on these two individuals?
Well, Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa was fighting in the fight pit.
Round two.
Yep. Like Matt Widow. They fight tooth and nail in that fight pit cage. But in the end, Timothy Thatcher picked up the win.
Yep. Timothy Thatcher, up to this point, in both fight pit matches, has been undefeated. You gotta give it to the man. He's been on a massive losing streak here and there. First with Damian Priest, and then with Tommaso Ciampa, and Kushida. We'll get to him in just a bit. But after having that match come into play, he finally got a win. So, if we're getting down to it, Tommaso Ciampa has a win, and Timothy Thatcher has a win. We're in a stuck situation of a rubber match that is held pretty damn well thanks to the fact of the union in the Dusty Rhodes Classic tournament. Which, if they win, they get a number one shot at Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the NXT Tag Team Championship. So, I don't know if we'll get that rubber match anytime soon, due to the fact that they doing so well. A lot of do's, no don'ts. All right. So that is left on that note. Let's get down to Kushida and his current person of interest. And that is a new foundation known as The Way, founded by the Garganos? Huh?
I hate the way.
I can't help but want to make a freaking TikTok video clip of, Uganda Knuckles going, "You do not know the way, my brother. We are the way." Oh, so you found the way. And they'd be like, Candice LeRae is, "Oh, protect the queen." I feel like doing that. I seriously do. But despite the fact of their union and their two followers, even a Christmas special where they had a PlayStation 5 and it's empty? Ah, come on. You gotta admit, though, they are doing pretty good as a union, cheating their way to victories a lot, even getting to the fact that the new 3-time crowned North American champion, Johnny Gargano, that's history making. He's the first, second, and the first, third time champion of that title. Thanks to The Way. Before it became a thing, and after. So, what is your most hated moment of The Way? You go first, Chris.
The part that the part that he cheated, the part he got Austin Theory disguised as a
Scream?
this guy. Yeah, that part I hate.
Ghostface. That's what it's called. Ghostface.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Damian Priest.
Yeah.
That's when he got his second title reign. At Halloween Havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah, we covered Halloween Havoc. That was a good match.
Yeah.
But thanks for bringing that up. What about you, Mikey? What's your most hated thing of The Way?
Candice LeRae trashed up Shotzi's tank.
Oh! That's a good one. That's a good thing to hate.
And that's the reason why, because Candice blames Shotzi for costing her against the current NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai.
Who we're definitely going to get to in just a bit. Woo! But first, the fact that the Shotzi Blackheart definitely got her revenge, but with the new model of the tank having the capability of shooting stings, including Austin Theory's nuts. I got that on camera. I saw you lean back, boys. Austin Theory's nuts got blasted. Oh!
What a gun.
And you know what else? That tank and that freaking Nerf-looking rocket launcher scares the hell out of Wade Barrett. He's like, "Don't get that thing in there, mate. I don't want to get shot. That thing is clear shot. It has a clear view shot of us. Oh, dear Lord."
That's one big gun.
And then when he got shot in the nuts, like, "Oh, dear Lord, she shot him in the nether region. Ah, he's gonna feel that in the morning."
That's one big gun.
Oh, that was between what do you call it? Ember Moon and Rhea Ripley. They gave her that. That's what made her smile. And that entrance at War Games. Ooh, that was good. They were all right in that damn thing. That thing can support 4 people. Or at least 4 women. Yeah. Tank Girl. WWE's Tank Girl. There you go. Shotzi Blackheart. Definitely was questionably a nobody back then. Just a girl with a crazy helmet and hairdo, but definitely got one hell of a push. Thanks to the Garganos. I gotta admit, Garganos are definitely a group of people you want to hate. And are good at it. It was sad to see that way back during the moment where the argument between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa would finally end at her betrayal of turning heel with her husband, but it might have been the best thing for her career. You gotta admit. You gotta admit. When you see Candice LeRae, you want to see her get hurt, and ultimately that puts her on TV. You gotta admit, right, guys?
Yep.
So, you love to hate her, and you love to see her get her ass whooped. But sometimes she does get a win. The only time she doesn't, and yet, is a title match. So, we'll have to wait and see if this way gets her there. Okay, so who in the women's division should we talk next?
Tony Storm.
Oh, we got a tug of war. Okay, I heard Tony Storm. What was the other one?
And Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Ooh, interesting.
You mean Raquel Gonzalez and North High?
Okay, well, I heard Chris.
That big girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, he said Gonzalez. I mean, you meant Raquel Gonzalez. Is that what you talking about, Chris?
I mean, Tony Storm and Martinez, her, that other woman.
Oh, okay. Hold on. You guys all confused.
I was thinking about the NXT Women's Championship for Tony Storm and Martinez. They all want a shot of Io Shirai for the title.
I bet you they do. All eyes on Io. So let's go ahead and run down her road gallery. How about that? First off, Io Shirai defended her championship against Tony Storm, as well as, Tony Storm she's going up against again, apparently soon. But she also defended her title against Rhea Ripley. Due to Gonzalez interference, Gonzalez and Rhea Ripley are on a warpath back and forth until it ended in a last woman standing match at New Year's Evil. And boy, did Gonzalez shine when she slammed that woman, that metal-themed woman, Rhea Ripley, into the stage. So y'all want to talk about Gonzalez? Gonzalez is definitely no longer a sidekick or muscle to Dakota Kai, who is also a name I nearly forgot, was in the sights of Io Shirai and failed to get a title shot once again. Or I should say, failed to get the title. She had her title shot and failed to get it. That brass ring, once again, so close, but out of reach. And now that both Rhea Ripley and Dakota Kai and failed, it's between her, Tony Storm, and Ember Moon that are looking to go against Io Shirai. Ooh, that's another individual who had a title shot. Shotzi Blackheart had a title shot and failed to get it as well. Io Shirai has been a massive winning streak since obtaining it at, if I'm correct, NXT TakeOver in your house. Am I correct, Chris?
Yeah.
So definitely Io Shirai is running the show, but she is not the biggest spotlight on her right now. I think she's been taking absence here and there. Do you think she's been going to Japan a couple of times to see family, perhaps? So mentioning Gonzalez and mentioning Io Shirai, we mentioned Shotzi Blackheart. Who else should we mention?
Taya Lee.
Taya Lee.
Oh my God.
What you got to say about that, Mikey?
Messages after messages after messages. Who has been sending those messages to Xia Li?
Yeah. This is some Chinese stuff. At first, we were questioning what this really was, knowing that Xia Li would be just going around failing after failing against who? American Ninja Girl?
Caden Collar?
Yeah.
Carter?
Mhm.
And Casey Canzaro.
Ricochet's girl?
Yeah, we said girl for Casey Canzaro.
Yeah. Due to the fact that she had been on a major losing streak, 3 losses, if not 4, if I'm counting wrong. And because of that, she was given an envelope which greatly terrified her. I thought it might have been an envelope of her family. It's somebody else. And then Boa got the same thing. Both these superstars have one thing in common. They're both Chinese wrestlers. Chinese. Not Japanese. Don't get it twisted. They're Chinese. It's midnight. We're talking up a storm about NXT. And it did. I hit the table. Okay, here we go. Let me get you back up here. Where am I at? Oh. Nope. Gotta go a little higher. There you go. Scoop, scoop. There you go. All right. So back to this. With this individual who is looking like the Grudge of all things in a throne, we had this mysterious Chinese old man who comes after a white dragon is revealed over the Trons that would show the people. After which, week after week after week after week, we get these video packages where they're being trained through massive torture. And we're like, what the hell are they being put through? After which, we find out the main reason. And it's a reason that has been said time and time again. What does not kill you only makes you stronger. And now they're stronger than ever. Being led by a woman who now has been told is of royalty and literally kind of like the daughter of a dragon or empowered by one. What's her name? I'm bad with names. Xia Li, I had a hard time remembering. Bo was easy enough. It's a snake. What's her name?
Is it Cat Q or is it Cute Karen?
Do you know, Chris?
No.
Yeah, right? It's a hard name to remember. But trust me, we'll get down to it. This grudge-looking empress is the one that leads these two. And now the fact that we know that she's also a figure, is she also a wrestler? If so, then she could be more deadlier than what these two have become. So if we see her wrestling, she could be the next, I guess, female version of The Undertaker? Hypothetically speaking. She's menacing, if not terrifying. By design. So if she does make an appearance, chances are she'll definitely want the throne, which is the highest prize, is the NXT Women's Championship. So that might be somebody we need to keep an eye on. You know what I'm saying, bros? Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on her. What are your thoughts on that, Chris?
The Xia Li was on the road. She had to beat up rookies to win a match. And that mystery woman, I really don't know. I couldn't even see her face.
That was a good animation scene, though, right? With the calligraphy. That's what I think it's called, is calligraphy animation.
Yeah.
That was cool. I like they did that. You, Mikey, what do you think?
I don't know what the hell's going on. Don't know what the hell's going on.
How about you, Andre? How do you feel knowing that these Chinese wrestlers are gathering together and are very menacing with this new grudge terrifying empress?
It's kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to think, man.
All right, who can we touch on next? I think we mentioned a lot of women. I haven't mentioned Ember Moon. I'll mention her later. Someone I want to touch on is Dexter Lumis. Hey, Mikey. What you think about Dexter Lumis?
Pretty bastard is bad.
Yeah. Yeah, Dexter Lumis has definitely been given one hell of a push, showing that creepy side over and over, even hosting. And without words, through artwork. Hosting the New Year's Evil. That was pretty good. And now he's got his eyes on Austin Theory from the way. He's definitely scaring them. Along with Kushida, who's definitely been on and off fighting people with Velveteen Dream, who made his return and now is gone again. I guess that ass whooping he got from freaking Kushida was bad, huh? He said, I gotta show you a video later on that. I got Terrence laughing. I got T-Money laughing on that. So Kushida, Shotzi Blackheart, as well as Dexter Lumis have somehow caught the eye of the way, and now we're looking to see how these three individuals work together to take them out. With that said, now let's mention Ember Moon, making a massive return and ultimately trying to get into the picture, but just has been casually wrestling everyone until certain time to get into the NXT title picture finally comes up. Like I said, Toni Storm has her eyes on the title and on Io Shirai. So right now it's Toni time. And what are your thoughts on Toni Storm?
Toni Storm. Yeah. Toni Storm is a former UK Women's Championship on NXT UK. And now she's trying to be the first NXT Women's Champion on NXT.
So with that said, it's going to be interesting because the first woman to actually have both titles of NXT is Rhea Ripley, if you remember. She won be the first ever NXT UK Women's Champion, and she acquired the NXT title, or the women's title, from Shayna Baszler, who then later was drafted to Monday Night Raw. So that's interesting enough. Oh, Damian Priest. He is now on Monday Night Raw. But before he left, man, he left the picture, hoping to acquire that title, that North American title, over and over by beating Gargano and Timothy Thatcher. He actually kind of helped this kid. I have a hard time saying his name because every time I say Leo Ruff, I can't help but mention Leo Rush. Right?
Yeah.
Or is it just me?
It's Leon Ruff.
Yeah, that kid. You know what I gotta say? You know what I gotta say about Leo Ruff? Leon Ruff?
Yeah.
He's a what if one of us was a WWE superstar, that'd be you, Chris, or Mikey is Leon Ruff. Am I right? And Damian Priest smacked him in the face, giving him the win against Johnny Gargano. You remember that? He said, "Sorry, kid." Bam! That poor kid. He told him, "Take my ride. Run while you can." He became a North American champion thanks to Damian Priest. Damian Priest had a role in that fact, but he didn't get the North American title after that. That kind of sucked. That really did. He even was on the first ever NXT special, Kevin Owens show, and we thought he would have gotten an opportunity, but nope, it was all Johnny Gargano. That sucked. That sucked. So now that he's working with Bad Bunny, who came up with his music video showing his love for wrestling and naming it specifically for Booker T, who showed up in the music video and a stage performance, Bad Bunny is teaming up with Damian Priest, who are both Hispanic. So, win on that. Yeah. All right. So, what else have we not mentioned, Chris?
The new wrestlers from NXT. One used to work for Impact Wrestling. NXT.
Oh yeah, thank you. You got that good memory, boy. You got that good memory. Yes, the former two members known as the Rascals on Impact Wrestling have made their debut in the first round competing of the Dusty Rhodes Classic, MSK. What are their names? What are they going by now?
I think it was Lee and well, I already got the last name Lee and
I know. I'm used to them going by Dexter, not Dexter, Xavier, and what do you call it? Wentz. That's it. Dex and Wentz.
Yeah.
But they go by different names now because they can't use those names anymore. Even the commentators said, these rascals are going nuts. I was like, y'all had to insert that. Y'all had to insert that in there, did you? Yeah, they did. But yeah, it's good to see these boys. And we'll talk about what that ultimately led to an Impact when we recover Impact. Due to the fact that now it's midnight, happy Valentine's Day, my brothers. Happy. Much love for my bros. Much love. Mikey, he's falling asleep. I'm glad I'm home alone right now. I'm good. Let me do.
Mikey knocked out.
Yeah, he said he was trying to take a nap. Shit, it's midnight. He's going to sleep. Our freaking Hydra went to sleep. I called him the river snake, but I might as well upgrade him to Hydra because he's got multiple heads and multiple things to say. Woohoo! Hey, Mikey! He's sleeping on the job. Yeah, we'll let him sleep. Ultimately, though, what else did we forget to mention, Chris? Oh, am I recording that? No. Got this man. See, I'm trying to remember. I can't think of anything else. We talked about Ember Moon. We talked about the... Ooh! I said women in my head. I was thinking women. The first ever in 2021, we have the women's Dusty Rhodes Classic Tournament. Oh, hell yeah. There you go. I knew I was doing forgetting something important.
Stop thinking of those dirty talkers and those women, Sergio. What's wrong with you, man?
I'm not thinking of them in that way, my brother. I'm talking about the first ever women's revolution on giving them a tournament in honor of Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes.
All right, Sergio Rhodes.
Well, in this case, we would see teams of new girls and Rose recognized tag team girls. In which case, we even see odd couples. It's weird. But ultimately, right now, who are you looking? I'm kind of forgetting who's in the semifinals or finals right now. Who do you think, who are the finalists right now, Chris?
The finalist is Ember Moon and Chelsea Blackheart.
Shotzi
Blackheart and Gonzalez and Dakota Kai.
1 second. Okay, we're back. I had to go take a potty break. So, with that said, the Women's Dusty Rhodes Classic is definitely something to look forward to, especially with the finals already happening. We got the Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai going up against Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart. Ooh, man. Ooh, this is going to be good. But here's the thing. With that in mind, the winners of the male got a title shot opportunity at the tag team championship titles. Does that mean that with the women's tag teams being on Monday Night Raw with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, does that mean we'll get whoever wins gets a shot at them?
I think so. They are the unified tag team champion for the women.
That, or we might see a first ever NXT women's tag team titles displayed after the victors. That's only in theory. That's me wishful thinking. We get more title gold for the women. What do you think, Chris?
That happens. I want Ember Moon and Chelsea Blackheart win.
I agree with that. Hey, and Mikey, when you wake up and you see this video, comment down below, my brother. You too, Xavier. A shout out to you, my brother. And I think we covered up everything. That is a lot to cover. We're 43 minutes in. So y'all ready? Yeah. Y'all ready to end this video?
Let's do it.
Yeah, I know y'all wanted ready to go to bed. I know y'all is. Mikey's already there. Look at him. His mouth is open.
Crispy Tris next. Sergio was next.
Yeah, I'll be asleep. You'll be still up.
Yep.
I got a sleep schedule I gotta keep. So I say this to our boy Mikey, who's sleeping with his mouth open. Happy Valentine's Day, bro.
Everybody too.
And tomorrow, given the opportunity now, knowing that we're going to have maybe an extra day after President's Day off because of the freaking freezing weather, I might be able to catch another video or 2 or 3 with y'all. So make sure to be ready to do another podcast during the day. All right. With that said, a shout out to our members of the Heavens Monsters podcast. My brothers, I got to give a shout out to Xavier Hill, Mike Henry, Andre Mitchell, as a link to their YouTube channels will be in the descriptions down below, as always. I didn't mention that in the Raw review, but hey, I put it in there just for the record. So with that also said, another shout out to Chris Petrie, T Money, Renee, Farrell, and Delvin. sadly to say, they haven't been a part of this podcast due to the pandemic for over a year. I've even seen Pharaoh and Renee at their job, along with our buddy Jeff. And yes, they said they are mad that they can't come over. They are mad. Make no mistake about that. But they are, when this pandemic goes down, I am welcoming you in my homes, pandemic free, with open arms, brothers. And believe you me, when I get you, I'm going to squeeze the hell out of you. I'm going to get you. So with that said, I'll see you next time in the next video. And with that, so here we go, boys. Ready to end it? You like this video? Give it a thumbs up. You didn't give it a thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button, like the content. Hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. I'm Serge. That's Andre.
Yo.
That's Chris Petrie. Too sweet. And that right there is Sleeping Beauty. Let him rest. Is Mike Henry. And in famous words of my boy Mike, who's right there, Chris, would you say it? Would you say it, please?
That's the line that Heaven Monster crew said so, and we'll see you tomorrow to our next Heaven Monster podcast.
Peace out, y'all.